Hi everyone, my name is Sanjeev. In this video, I will demo how to integrate AWS S3 using MuleSoft S3 connector. I will start the demo right away. I have logged into the AWS console. I will click the S3 service. So this is the home page of AWS S3 service. Here I have created a bucket, my mule AWS bucket. I will use this bucket to demo the different S3 connector operations. So I will upload the files, I will list the files, I will get the files and delete the files using this bucket. So I will use this bucket name inside my Mule application. To access the AWS S3 service, I need a security credential. So I need to create first a security credential. So I will go to the security credentials. Here I need access key. So we can create access key from here. I have already created access key. So I'm going to use this access key. So I have access key and the secret, but it is easy to get using this option. Now I will go to the Anypoint Studio. Here I have created a Mule application, AWS S3 demo. In this Mule application, I have 5 flows to describe different Amazon S3 operations. To get the S3 connector, we need to search in Exchange, and here we need to type Amazon S3. And we need to select Amazon S3 connector and click add, click finish. So nothing happened because I already added the Amazon S3 connector, but if you have not added, you can get it from the Exchange. Now these are the operations that is available in this connector. I will describe few important operations here. So in the first flow, the list operation and get operation I'm using. So let me describe a little bit whole flow. I'm using HTTP listener, and here is the path S3, and it using default settings for configuration. Port and host are default. Then I'm logging the payload, and here I'm building variable for bucket name, and this is the bucket name. So I'm using this my mule AWS bucket that I created here in Amazon S3 console. I have to go to the S3. So here I have created the bucket. I will use this bucket. So list object, let me describe first configuration, and I would be using same configuration in all the operation, in all flows. So everywhere I'm using this single configuration. So let me describe it properly. So in this Amazon S3 configuration, I am providing AWS key, AWS secret, and region. I will be using Asia Pacific South 1 region. That's why I put it Asia Pacific South 1 region. So for key and secret, I have created a property file. So let me show you the property file first. So I have created application dash properties, and here I have provided the AWS key and secret. So this key and secret I showed you previously. We need to go to the security credentials and we need to create the key, and it will generate the access key and the secret. So this is the one I'm using right here, key and secret. And then I am using this in AWS S3 configuration. This is simple configuration. That's all we need. We can test the connection. So connection is successful. So this is the configuration I'm using in all the flow. You can see only single configuration is defined. So that's what I'm using in all flows. So list operation, we need to provide the bucket name and it will return all the files that comes under that bucket. That's already uploaded file that should be shown inside the S3 bucket. So whatever file we uploads, that should be fetched by list operation, list objects. We only need to provide the bucket name, that's all, nothing else, and the configuration, access key and secret. So here I'm just converting the payload to JSON and logging the payload. Then to get the S3 object, that is S3 file, we need to provide bucket name and the object key. Object key is nothing but actually the file that we are going to upload here. That's all. So here I'm just converting payload in JSON and I'm logging the payload. Now similarly in the second flow, in this flow I will use the put operation to create a file inside bucket. That means I'm uploading a file. We can manually upload the file here, or we can use the this operation, put operation, and here is the path, create path. So I will use the create path to add a file inside the bucket. So same configuration, and here I need to provide the bucket name, and this is object key. That means I will be using this file name and it will be visible under bucket with this name, and we need to pass the payload. So here is the own new object. This flow we are not calling any source, we are not using HTTP. This is the source, new object. So whenever we will call this HTTP listener create, and eventually it will call put object, a file will be added here under this bucket, and this will trigger automatically this flow. Or we can add a file here directly by upload button here. In that case also this flow will be triggered. So this will just print the detail. New S3 object has been created, and then you can convert to JSON and then we are logging the detail. So if you want to audit or you want to monitor what has been added under this bucket, then we can use this on new object. This way you can track what object being added and who added, all that detail you can track it. So fourth flow is to delete the object. We are going to delete the object using /delete path, and this will delete the object. We're calling delete operation. Again, this need a bucket name and the name of the file, that is object key, which object we will delete. So this will delete the file from here under this bucket. And once this file has been deleted from AWS S3 console under that bucket, this flow will trigger automatically. So this can trigger either by calling this flow /delete, and once the delete object has been invoked, this will be called, this flow will be called. Or if we are directly deleting from here, from this console, then also this flow will be triggered. So this way we can track what object being deleted from this bucket and who's going to delete. So all that metadata, you can track it if you want to track. So we can track it new object when someone upload the object in the bucket, or if someone delete the object from that bucket, we can track it. So these two flow will be triggered automatically from AWS S3 once someone either upload the object or delete the object. So let me run this application so we can see how it's working. So application has been successfully deployed. Let me clean this. Now first I will upload an object. So I will upload an object named users.json under this bucket, and that is my mule AWS bucket. So let's see what is there right now. Let me refresh it. So nothing is there right now. I'm going to Postman. So from here, I will send this data. So this is the SFDC user list, JSON payload, and I'm going to call the create method because this is a create endpoint. So I'm going to call from here. So let me send it. Okay. So we got a payload from the put object. Let me check the console. So we are logging the payload. So payload being logged, and then we are calling put object. So in this flow, we are only logging the payload, that's part being logged. Then because we are creating the object under this bucket, and we have another flow on the source on new object, when new object being added actually under this bucket. So this is also getting triggered, and here I'm saying new S3 object has been created. So let's check this. So that's how we are getting here new S3 object created, and then I'm converting to JSON and logging the payload. So this is the metadata that we are getting using this operation. So let's see what is we are getting here. So we are getting the owner detail, bucket name, and sequencer, all this metadata we are getting, size, and this is the key user.json. So this is the one being uploaded, created, because here in this flow you can see that we are we are sending this file, the payload under this file. So this is the object key. Now we will go to the AWS console under S3 bucket in my bucket. I will refresh this. Let's see, we have the users.json file. So we got the users.json file. So that got uploaded. If you want to see, we can go there and we can download. And let's see. But this is the one that being downloaded just now. So you can see that this is the payload. This is the content of the file. And that's what we are sending from here. Okay, now let's go back to the studio. So we have seen the upload or create object and then on new object operation. Now I will try list object and get object. In the list object, I'm just fetching the list of all the files, all the object under this bucket, this one. And then I'm asking to give me the content of users.json file. So let me run this /s3. So I'm going to invoke this endpoint on local server. So we got the result. So this is the content that users.json have. We just saw that here. And this is what we are getting it. So let's observe the log as well. So this is the list of the objects coming from this because we are printing the payload after converting to JSON. So right now we have only one file, one key. That's why it's printing just one. And then we are retrieving the users.json. We are transforming the media type to JSON and then we are logging the payload. So we are logging the content, in fact. So this is the content of the users.json. That's what being logged here, and that's what we are getting here. Let me clean the console again. Now let me upload one more file, that is books.json, and this time I upload directly here from S3 console. So I will upload the file. So I'm going to upload books.json. Upload successful. This. So we have now two files here, books.json and users.json. And let's see what happens here. Because we uploaded a new object, so this flow should have been triggered. So we should be getting the new S3 object created and then the payload we are logging. So we are seeing new S3 object created and it is giving all the metadata of that object. Owner name, size, version, and the key, that is a books.json. That's what we uploaded here just now. Now we have two files. So if I will run this flow S3, this flow, the list should give the two keys, two file names. So let me clean the console, invoke the S3 endpoint, and here this is the list. So we are getting books.json, and here we are getting users.json. So we are getting both files, books.json and users.json, because we have two files now here. And we are retrieving only users.json. That's why here we are getting content of SFDC users.json. Now I will delete one object key. So I will invoke delete object. Again, it's calling same configuration. I'm using bucket name that is just also same, my mule AWS bucket. And here I'm giving which key I need to delete. So I'm deleting users.json. So let me invoke this flow /delete. And once I will delete this, because of deletion of the object, on delete object also will be triggered, and we will see these logs as well, S3 object deleted, and the content, if any. So let me clean the console again. I will invoke the delete this time, send. Delete does not send any contents, we are not getting anything. So S3 object deleted. That's why we are getting S3 object deleted. Then the second one we are getting from here, S3 object deleted, because this also got triggered. S3 object deleted. And here we are getting the payload in JSON format. So this is what got deleted. We deleted users.json. Because here we are saying we need to delete users.json. That's why we are getting here what got deleted. We deleted users.json. We can see from AWS S3 console. Let's refresh. Users.json has got deleted. So we can clean the console again. And this time I will delete the file from S3 console. So only this flow will be triggered. So once I delete this file, books.json, this flow will automatically triggered because of this source. Event will come to this source and will execute complete flow. So let's delete this. Let's write permanently delete object, object successfully deleted, close it. So books.json has been deleted. There is no file here right now. Let's observe the console. S3 object deleted. We are getting from here this logger. And then we are logging the payload, response of on delete object, the event payload. And it's saying, describing all the metadata. bucket name, sequencer, version, size, etag, key. So we deleted books.json, and that's why here we are able to see the log books.json has been deleted. So this is how you can integrate the AWS S3 using AWS S3 MuleSoft connector. This is all in this video. If you like this video, please click the like button and subscribe our channel. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much.